on individuals coming into the game.
Dr. Green, can you kind of explain that? You said it happened outside and after the game. Was it as people were letting out? Obviously, we know there were a lot of people here. Do you kind of know, because you've been down there, I have not, do you kind of know where and how this kind of came about?
Yes, I can actually answer that question. I was present during that time. And again, my name is Michael Edwards, the director of the Duval County School Police Department. The game, we was probably about 15 minutes from my staff leaving for the night. Pretty much, I would say 3/4 of the stadium had already left. The football team had just made it to the locker room. So lots of the individuals that was remaining was family members waiting on the players to get dressed to leave. And then we had some other fans standing by as well. So like I said, 3/4 of the fans had already left the stadium, and they was actually outside our wanding area, outside our main footprint. So I can tell you, I'm like Dr. Green, this type of conduct is unacceptable. My staff and I, we had came up with the best plan possible. We had over 50 officers and security staff present here today, and like I said, we was about 15 minutes from wrapping up and being able to leave this game tonight. So
one question I had was, during the second half, I know the game had been halted momentarily because there was an altercation in the stands, in which I know some people were like running for cover. I know you guys took care of that. Is there any indication that that was a precursor to what happened out here? No, that was actually something just totally unrelated to this. We had a couple of young ladies that was involved in a fight, and like you said, we was quickly able to resolve that and get things back to normal.
Chief, where did this happen? Where did this happen?
This actually happened outside our main ticket gate area, almost directly in front of our football locker room area. So again, that area would be outside the area where we would be doing the wanding of individuals going inside the stadium.
Dr. Green, going for...
You all saw shots fired. What was the process?
What you say?
When you heard shots were fired, what was the process for those 1/4 of people that were still in the stands?
Okay, I had officers actually out there at the same time. So when we heard shots, my staff, myself, my assistant chief, and all my staff, we immediately ran to the scene. And once we got there, the number one priority was to make sure if we had any victims, to render aid to those individuals, and then trying to secure the crime scene and look for those individuals that was responsible for this this unacceptable crime in our community.
Dr. Green, going forward, will there be a change in policy for some of the future games this season?
Well, we will meet tomorrow to go over the events of tonight and make a decision about what we would adjust, what changes may need to be made.
Has there been any discussion, ma'am, about moving games during the day to prevent something like this?
Again, we're going to meet tomorrow. That conversation will be at that meeting, and we will be ready to express to our school communities what changes we will make. And also, again, our main concern is for the students of Duval County Public Schools and to ensure their safety.
One last question. What is the... Oh, sure.
Thank you.
First, who are you? I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm Paula Wright, chair of the Duval County School Board, and on behalf of the board, I want to reiterate our condolences to the deceased young man and those that have been wounded. But I want to also make certain that it's clear that this is a community issue. And one of the issues we've got to tackle is how are students at this young age getting access to guns. So though it happened on the campus of Raines High School, it was outside of the perimeter of the safety measures that we were in charge of in terms of our police staff. So let's be clear that this is not a Duval County school issue alone. And until we tackle this as a total community, that means parents, certainly the sheriff's office, certainly the district police and our entire team, but also students. We need to look at how do we address these safety measures so that we can build a stronger community.
What is the one message you would like to get out to all the parents, to all the parents in the school district?
I think the first message I want to get out is that our police department is well trained and prepared for incidents that may jeopardize the security of our students. And the second thing, just like Chairwoman Wright stated, this is a community issue. This means that everyone has to ask themselves, what role can I play to prevent this? We have to ensure that we are providing a high quality education to our students, but at the same time instill in them that we all need each other. We are independent of each other. And so I need parents, I need students to stand up. When you see something, say something, and say it to someone who has the authority to address that issue.
Was this young man? Is there a suspect still on the loose?
Yes, it is. I mean, right now, JSO is taking the lead in the investigation. They are talking to witnesses that was present when this situation occurred. So they are actively gaining information about a possible shooter, and there may be more than one individual that's involved in this situation. But right now, it's still early in the investigation, and JSO will be providing information as they attain it.
Was this young man, was he a range student? Do we know?
At this time, we're not at liberty to share that information.
Chief, can you say how many people were in the approximate area? Would you ballpark when the shots rang out?
No, right now I don't want to speculate on that because I wasn't there at the time, but I did respond to the scene, so I cannot say with 100% certainty the number of individuals that was present at the time.
Can you confirm 1 dead, 2 injured?
No, I'm not at liberty to do that. That's something that needs to come from the lead agency, which is the Jacksonville Sheriff Office in this situation.
Are there cameras in that area?
What's the question?
Are there cameras in the area?
I'm not absolutely sure whether the cameras in that particular area, but that will be something that we'll be coordinating with JSO.
Obviously, this was a high-profile game, rivalry game that I've been told upwards of like 4,000, maybe a little more than 4,000 people arrived at this game. Going forward, is there a possibility that, I know you said there was like some 50-something officers, but going forward after this, is there a possibility we may see more of those officers actually outside of the stadiums, especially during times when those games are over?
Okay, I mean, just like Dr. Green said, we'll be meeting tomorrow, and when we meet tomorrow, we'll be talking about some of those similar things. But right now, it's too early to speculate on what changes we'll be making going forward. Okay.
Thank you very much. You just heard from.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Tomorrow to discuss policy regarding these games, and again, reiterating this is a community issue. Of course, we'll bring you all of the latest on this.
If y'all need to hold them real quick, I'm gonna try to get these couple cars out real quick. The police officers.
I spoke with you earlier. This is her mother. She's down there in the police car.
You have a crowd that's still left down